Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Gene.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Monday, February 24th, 2025. So, on this first Monday of the week, did you do the crossword?
First Monday of the week.
Oh, you caught that. Yes, very nice. It is, I think it's incontrovertible. It is the first Monday of the week.
And the last.
And there might be a second. Never can tell.
Okay, well, on this first Monday of the week,
yes.
I did do the crossword.
Okay. And was it a rare crossword? Sort of like a second Monday?
Sort of, yes. But it was an enjoyable little puzzle. I did have a mistake. And so that greatly added to the time it took me to finish, but I got it done.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a mistake at one point. I think I had, instead of Peter Pan, I had something else entirely.
Oh.
And there was some other place where just a stray letter had wandered into the grid.
Uh-huh.
It was not because of a typing mistake. I do not make those.
Oh, okay.
Except when I do, which is several times per crossword, actually.
Okay.
I found this to be a harder Monday than usual.
Oh, uh-huh.
Because it started off with one across, tiny, juicy bit to eat. And I'm like, I have no idea. It was a morsel.
Yes.
Did you get that right away?
I did.
Wow, okay. How about the one underneath it? Let me do it, 14 across.
Well,
I wanna.
I sort of thought it might be I wanna, but I didn't put it in right away.
Oh.
But because since it said let me do it, so like I wanna made sense.
Right. And even the one beneath it, clears as a windshield. All I could think of was wipes.
Oh.
As opposed to defogs.
Defogs, yes.
So I was in a bit of a fog, as you can tell, just starting this crossword.
I guess so.
And so it took me a considerable amount of time to get the traction I needed. Eventually I did.
Very good.
And there was a theme.
Yes, there definitely was.
Would you like to talk about that theme?
Well, I can try. There were 3 themed clues and then a revealer. And you knew they were themed clues because they had circled letters in them. And if you answered them correctly, all the letters in each answer were the same letter. So for the first one, 20 across, helped with dinner cleanup. That was washed dishes. And all the S's were circled. And then in the second one, 29 across, went the length of the puzzle, some out-of-office training, and that was field experience. And all of the E's in experience were circled.
Right.
And then finally, 46 across, below that, again, all across the puzzle, prepared students specifically for material on standardized exams. And that was taught to the test. And the last 4 T's, no, I shouldn't say that. The last T in taught, the first T in the, and both T's in test were circled. And if you went then down to 54 across, that was the revealer. Disabuses of false notions or a hint to the circled letters. And that was sets straight. And if you looked down the puzzle vertically, you would see that the S's in wash dishes, the E's in field experience, and the T's in taught to the test all lined up.
Yes.
And of course, they all spelled set. So you had 4 sets. Or sets straight. So that was the theme.
Yes. And I don't know if the constraints involved in making all those letters line up made the crossword particularly difficult. But then again, you said you didn't find it particularly difficult.
Well, not to answer, but perhaps to create would be, kind of a challenge, wouldn't you think? You'd have to. I mean, you could set out your circled squares and then put your S's and E's and T's in them, but then you would have to think of words where those T's perfectly aligned up with the E's and the S's.
Right.
That might have been a little bit of a challenge.
I'm assuming that most people nowadays, when they're working on crosswords, have got some software behind them that's going to do these searches for them.
Right.
I mean, that would be my first thought, because there'd be no way I could come up with field experience and wash dishes and taught to the test. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, Rena Cohen, who wrote this, may be able to do it, and I do not mean to impugn her abilities. Uh-huh. She was just in the crossword, like last month.
Oh.
So it was like twice in 2 months.
Wow.
Yep.
She's on a roll.
She is on a roll.
Very good.
There was 11 down. The Salt Lake City resident was Utah.
Yes, that was a little different.
Which I don't know how to pronounce, but I'm sure it's got to be...
Utah.
Utah?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
And then the one next to that was kind of cute, and so on and so forth. And that was et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
Or just etc, etc.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And the one next to that, parents' conversation ending reply. Yeah. I thought it was because I said so, but that didn't fit. It was says me.
Says me. Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting answer.
Because a kid will often say, says who? You say, says me, or says me.
And in that same corner, 28 across, bread machine, ATM.
Yeah.
I'm pleased to say, after having gotten the A and the T through the crosses, I was able to solve it.
Very good.
Although I started off with ATS because I had says so.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
And then had to backpedal. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember, 31 down, the museum with paintings by Goya and Bosch, Prado. Okay, because that's going to ruin my pun now, because I was going to say, pray tell, where is the Prado? But now I have to say, pratel, where is the Prado? And that doesn't sound nearly as amusing.
I believe it's in Spain.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Madrid.
Would they be willing to change the pronunciation to Prado?
No.
Okay, is that named after a person?
I have no idea. I would assume so, but I have no idea.
I think it's Spanish for don't pronounce this Prado. Or else we will give you a 21 down bit of dark magic, hex.
That's right.
We had 24 down. 24 down was my style. Bridgestone or Firestone product. Tire.
That was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, that's the kind of clues I'm looking forward to on a Monday. None of these tiny, juicy bit to eat one across morsels type clues.
Yes.
In fact, even field experience for some out-of-office training, it sounds like a phrase that goes together, and I maybe have heard it once in my life, but I don't get a lot of field experience.
You don't?
No, I don't. Most of my training happens in the classroom, as it were.
Very good. A 43 down was an interesting word that you don't usually see in a Monday puzzle. Law was the clue.
Right.
The answer was statute.
Yes.
Statute.
I was going for regulation.
Mm-hmm. Would not fit.
Would not fit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We had 66 across, the donkey friend of Roo and Pooh, Eeyore.
Right.
That was another gimme.
Yeah, but I always forget how to spell Eeyore.
Really?
I always want to spell it E-Y-E-O-R-E, but it's E-E-Y-O-R-E.
Oh, no, that's firmly ingrained in my consciousness. I could never misspell Eeyore. If I ever do, there's some imposter next to you. You should probably have them arrested.
Uh-huh.
That could be a good sobriety test. Spell Eeyore. It's like, what's an Eeyore, officer? Wouldn't it be great if they actually did that? They pull you over to the side of the road and they whip out something like a Jeopardy game. I think really,
or a crossword. They pull out a crossword.
The basic tests they have to do: walk a straight line, touch your finger to your nose. Come on, spell a pay. That's right. The New York Times intoxication test.
Very good. You could have a little Sudoku, and you could have a Wordle, and all those things.
I think we should just stick with the crossword, tried and true. I can imagine all these people getting very, very upset about having to spell things like 34 across, jaw worshiper, Rasta. Uh-huh. It's like, that would just be my luck, right? I get pulled over to the side of the road. What's a jaw worshiper? I have no idea. You're under arrest.
Well, perhaps you'd luck out and get 44 down, gulped down, Chugged.
See, actually, that was a problem for me.
Oh, no.
I thought chowed down,
Oh, no.
but chugged,
I mean, that sort of is
appropriate for someone who's been arrested for drunk driving.
Right,
yes,
exactly.
I
Yes.
suppose. Yeah, all the terms could involve drinking.
They would know that word, chugged, because they probably chugged quite a bit.
Well, maybe they did before they started the chugging. After the chugging, it's not a clear case. We had.
I like the one next to that too, 45 down. I'm joining you both. Me 3.
Yes. That was good. And we had our favorite K-pop band, 23 across, K-pop group who performed in the Love Yourself World Tour, BTS.
Have we ever had any other K-pop group in the New York Times?
We've had, it wasn't really a group, but we've had Psy.
Well, yeah, no,
Right?
that's not a group.
Well, he's fairly large. So, and the hit of his was was it Gangsta or something?
Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style. Yes, that was it. That was a monster hit.
That really was.
Right.
That really was.
Truly one of the great innovations of whichever century it came out in.
And a dance, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a very strange video.
Uh-huh.
5 down, call to 1 with a 7 down. So 7 down was fencing blade, épée,
Right.
and this was en garde.
On guard.
And I always want to spell en garde with a U, but it never fits, and so I don't.
Well, good.
All right, I think that is probably it for today.
Okay.
So thanks everyone for listening.
Yes.
Hope you're enjoying these crosswords. Let us know. And these podcasts about those crosswords, let us know. crosswordpodcast@icloud.com. Tomorrow is Tuesday, which means it's time for Triplet Tuesday. So get your thinking caps on, start practicing, and we'll be back to see all of you again tomorrow.
Bye-bye.